So I'm not the best Elden Ring player in the world, but I've got a lot of playtime, and I figured I'd do a video on tips and tricks that save me big headaches and invasions against setups and tactics that are just really annoying unless you know how to deal with them. So, this first one is the exact reason I added Clinging Bone into my inventory. It can pull people out of Endure. And if people like to do Endure into, slower attacks, like here with the Charged Heavy, just pulls them right out of it, can do tons of damage on Arcane, and finish them off there. Alright, this next one, I actually had a lot of fun with this one. Very heavy hyper armor in this fight. You see the double colossals, Rex Katana. The Bars Mask Phantom doesn't have it since he's one-handing that, but it can still potentially be a massive headache. So for Rax, if you charge a heavy on a colossal sword, you can poise through it and then deal massive damage to him. Little parkour earlier. Rax guy coming out of nowhere with that. Trying to avoid the dual colossals because if they hit, they will hurt. So the Rax Phantom over here is actually going to make a mistake. He uses the jellyfish shield, but then ends up two-handing the katana, which erases the buff. But poise through both of those with Poison Mist, and the counter damage is going to finish off the Rexasha Phantom. I kind of decided don't fight, hyper armor and invasions without it. It's just a massive headache. So if I see a lot of hyper armor, I'm generally going to pull out a colossal sword because their poke's pretty quick and you can hyper armor through a lot with it. Okay, this next one is using the Blanco Talisman to avoid some fall damage there. I wasn't sure where they were. I thought they were using Mimic Veil, so switched to the Star Scourge swords. Just to, hit a wide area and pull any of them out of it. And there were two. I should have checked the player count before I engaged, but, it is what it is. Hit him. Missed the poke because I make poor choices. So the host here is Dragon Breath Enjoyer and is just going to start, spamming all different kinds at some point, which turns this whole thing into a much bigger pain in the ass than it really needed to be. But that's the game we're playing. So I wanted to try to come over here and stun him out of that, but the host is saved by the Phantom. Eat that. So with Eleanor's Pole Blade, it actually does pretty decent poise damage. So what I like to do is use Zweihander or Fire Knight's Great Sword and charge a poke. I don't do it in this invasion, but it's a good thing to remember. I think this Phantom was high level, but I wasn't really sure. See whenever I kill him. I also switched to the Lance Talisman just to try to get some counter damage. Missed the punish there to finish him off. Bit more Dragon Breath, always fun to deal with. I use America's Blessing just to, full health and nicks all that status buildup. And I can't approach while he's spewing dragon breath. So pop some health regen, take out the funny bow, and do a little bit of damage so he can't just stand in the warming stone. Keeping an eye on the host over there. I probably should have hit him with an arrow just to pop the bubble. And he takes out his bow, so try to frostbite one of them just real quick. I don't think I ended up hitting it. And come back in. Heavy poke. Hyper armor through that. And now I used Knight's Twin Axes for chase downs. You can see the distance he had, and it still covers all of it for that last hit. I was playing around with a Dragon Harpoon. I wasn't sure how much poise damage it did and kind of wanted to see that. And now it's just the host, heavy poke, and roll catch chain. So this next one's very near and dear to my heart. You can see the hate mail I got afterwards from the overleveled Phantom. Beta party of 3 here. Missed that backstab. So that Bear Claws over there is the guy that sent me hate mail afterwards. And he's just going to hit that L2 button over and over. So pop over here while I have some cover, buff. And it becomes apparent to me that 2 of them are just going to spam nonsense from the sidelines, while I have to deal with him just hitting that over and over. End up realizing this is a losing battle. Heal up. Try to stay in line with those graves so they can't just spew stuff, and use Assassin's Gambit. I've only recently started using it, but this thing is a lifesaver, man. Switch to Twin Blades. Twin Blades, if they have under like 57 poise, are just ridiculous because they can stun them through a whole chain, as you're going to see here. Normally they bleed out in 1 hit, but he was level 300, so he got 2. Thank you, Miyazaki, for the downscaling. And here you can see it bleed them out in 1 running chain. And a second one. Alright, this last one was just, more fun than any particular tricks. I like to use sleep pots to just kind of zone. In Frostbots, this arcane build's kind of built on buff stacking. So I use the Sacred Bloody Flesh for its bonus on blood loss, Kindred of Rotten Poison Hand for the poison buffs, and then if they're frostbited, you're just going to do stupid damage. You can potentially kill them with a Curved Greatsword in like 2 hits. And the host there is just going to keep hitting L2. I'm not sure what the hunter was doing. I kind of stopped here for a second just to, see when the blue would realize what was going on. Hyper armor through that. Dodge the blood proc. And I wanted to chase the host down there while he was out of FP, but no such luck. Now I wanted to kill the blue, but host saves him. Dodge there in case he hit the L2. turn this corner and turn and burn. Black Flame Tornado is really good if they don't have high poise damage weapons. If they do, I use Waves of Darkness. And I kind of just want to have fun with this host at the end, so switch to the Wizard Begone 3000, give it a little wiggle, and kill him. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.